Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We are going to be testing out the Morphe Dare to Create Holiday Palette. I'm actually super excited to try this out. James Charles is the face of their holiday collection, and I saw him do a really cool look, and it just made me want to try this palette. So I did order this myself, and I know I'm a little late to the game on it, but it's all good, right? So check it out. It's really nice. They've updated their packaging, and I really love this kind of packaging so much more than the old school plastic packaging that they used to have. That to me just felt, I mean, there's no other way to put it. It felt really cheap. But then again, Morphe is a very, very affordable brand. So this one, the 39A Dare to Create eyeshadow palette, you get 39 shades. A bunch of the ones in the middle are larger pans, so you're even getting a lot of product in a bunch of the pans, and it is 32 bucks. I think that's a great price. I haven't always had the best of luck with everything Morphe. You know, back in the day, I tried some of the larger palettes, and they just didn't really work out the best. I mean, I love their metallic shadows so much, but I do have to say, ever since the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette came out, I've been more intrigued by them. I really love that palette. I feel like the quality of the shadows is so nice that when I see another like big launch like this, I get really curious. So let's take a look. Ooh. At what is inside. I need to save this. I always like get rid of these, and then when I'm like trying to explain, I'm taking this brownish, orangish, pink shade. So you get a little guy with the names on it, and this is what she looks like. I mean, how can you not be fascinated by these colors? Like, look at these. They're beautiful. Having it open in front of me, the only thing that I really feel is missing, just like my first initial glance, is I wish it had, for the transition shades, I wish they had a couple of lighter pans like this, like a matte pigmented creamy white, creamy kind of yellow shade, and I put this all over the lid just to give a nice base. And I'm really into especially hitting right in here so that all of my transition kind of blends up into something. So I do wish that that was in this palette. I think that would make it just next level perfect if I'm, you know, trying to find something to critique. And I think maybe one or two more cool toned transitions in here would be nice, and that way you could maybe contour your nose or your face and just have like everything like bam, all in one. But looking at this, the color setup is really nice. I can see you have a bunch of different finishes. You do get, you know, a full row of larger pans. I think that's great. So without me rambling too much, let's dive in. Oh, actually, haha. Press the pause button for one moment. I do have another item that I'm actually super curious to try out. Morphe came out with these little liquid lip sets. I like the metallic on the box, really pretty. So this is the Paint the Town Nude Plush Liquid Lip. It says you get 3 powerfully pigmented semi-matte lip wonders with mega moisturizing action. I love that because I hate a dry, crunchy, uncomfortable liquid lip. I mean, who wants that? Not me. So actually I'm gonna put one of these on right now. Let's just do that before we zoom the camera in. I'm first gonna line my lips really quick. I'm gonna take Subculture from MAC. And I'm gonna take one of the darker shades in here. This is Dainty. I mean, it's not really dark, they're all nude, but it's darker than the other two. Actually that might be too orangey for me. Not so sure how I feel about that color. I'm gonna go in with Lulu. Yeah, there we go. Yes. I actually really like this color combo. I'm gonna see how it dries down and wears, of course, but it does feel really nice and soft and plush on the lips. It's $12 for all three. It was a little bit tough to get a very precise line, so the doe foot applicator is a little bit tricky, but not, like, it's not bad, and $12 for 3 colors I think is absolutely incredible. So I'm happy with this. We're gonna scooch on in, and I am going to try to figure out some type of an eye look to play around with a bunch of these colors. All right, I'm gonna start out with the shade Bear, and I am going to just fluff this really high, kind of into the crease, and then pulling it all the way up to the highest point right here. I mean, not all the way up, but kind of close up to my brow bone. Next, I'm going in with a MAC 224, and I'm going into the shade Define Me, and I'm just gonna run this a little bit lower, still fluffing it up quite a bit, and focusing it all through the crease, back and forth, back and forth. I like this color. This is nice. I do have to say, I don't know how I am feeling about the lip product. It's kind of showing off a lot of lines. I don't know, and it's sitting on the outside of my lip kind of funny. I'm on the fence. Switching brushes again, I am going to go into Stroke. And this time I'm keeping it low. I am not like pulling the color upward, and I'm not pulling it all the way in toward my nose either. I'm stopping about halfway, just focusing on that outer edge. All right, while I am blending this out, why don't we take a look at the top 2 rows? We have the shade Bronze Chrome, Stroke, Expression, Artistic, Spark, Create, Passion, Forever. The next row down, we have Frame, Mass, Cut Crease, Deep Hue, Vibrant, Snatched, Vivid, and Trendy. Taking an even smaller brush, I'm gonna go into Frame, and I'm gonna do basically the same thing, but pull it even further out. Like really focus on that very outer edge right here. This is turning out so nice. It is blending so beautifully. I kind of can't believe it. I just love all these colors together. Okay, I'm gonna take the shade Expression on a flat brush, and I am going to really tuck this only on the outer edge. I'm gonna go back to this initial brush that we had some of that transition on and just lightly blend this all together. I'm now gonna go into the shade Spark, and I'm initially gonna use my finger. Ooh, that is creamy. I'm gonna use my fingertip right in the center. Ooh. And press, 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 press. Getting as close to the inner corner as I can before needing to use a brush. I want a little more depth on the outer edge, so I am gonna take just a hit of the black shade called Muse, and we are going to very, very carefully go on that outer edge. So the other metallics in here are really beautiful. There's nothing that I would want to really layer with this look. So the only thing that I'm having frustration with right now is that I wish that there was just one creamy champagne metallic that I could kind of work into this look to brighten it up a little bit. I will probably end up putting a little bit of highlighter on the inner corner, and that might brighten it up and give it a little bit of balance. But right now what I'm gonna do is put on a little liner, lashes, and then we'll work on the lower lash line. But let's take a look at the transition shades. There is Bare, Canvas, Surrender, Define Me, Evolve, Transitional, and Sculpt. I am thoroughly shocked at how much I like this makeup and how beautifully it went on my eyes. Like, blending was a dream. Morphe has stepped up their game so much. I will say this as far as like choice A, choice B, if you are going to be picking between the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette and the Dare to Create holiday palette, I would still go with the Jaclyn palette just because you have a few more punchy colors in there, and then you do have those highlight shades, which for me, I was just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I feel like I really need a few highlight shades. I'm gonna take the KKW highlight in Iridescent, and I am going to pop this on my cheeks and the inner corner just to kind of brighten and liven things up, you know, just a little bit. I'm gonna take a Morphe E36, and I'm just gonna pop this on the inner corner, just to kind of give just a little something there. I was gonna smoke out the lower lash line a little bit, but looking at it, I really love how everything looks very clean. So I'm just gonna pop in that inner highlight. So I'm just gonna do a little tiny bit of this action, and I'm gonna throw on some mascara and call it good. But you definitely could go full smoky and smoke out the lower lash line if you wanted to. This makeup is bringing out like a different element of my personality. I don't know, I feel like this is very mysterious makeup, and I really, really like it. And I do have to say, the bottom 2 rows, let's go ahead and look at those right now. They are very beautiful as well. So we have the shade Image, Indigo, Dare Me, Chromatic, Fickle, Inspire, Pine, and So Glam. Then we have Tailor, Color, Cobalt Blue, Slice, Cat Eye, Exposed, Granite, and Muse. I'm surprised I love the lid color as much as I do. I really think it brings out the green in my eyes. It blended well. It's not falling on my face. Like, everything A to Z, I'm really enjoying about this palette. And $32 is a fantastic price for everything that you get in here. So this I love. The lipstick, not my favorite. I have to say it feels a little bit tacky and just rubbery. It's not that it's uncomfortable, it's just exaggerating things that for me, I don't like, and I am super, super, super picky with liquid lips. So this just didn't make the cut. I don't know that I would reach for it again. Yes, 3 for $12 is a great deal, but it's kind of a bummer. The color is really, really beautiful. It's just not looking the way that I want it to look. So it's not horrific. It's just not for me. But the shadow, I will be using this a ton. I definitely see myself reaching for it over and over and over. And I think Morphe has stepped up their game in a really big way. This is such a job well done. And that's where we land. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you guys are having a good one. I love you so much. I will see you in tomorrow's video. Thanks for watching. Mwah.